Something unprecedented has just unfolded inside Iran, and it is not a protest video that is leaking online, not a foreign news report, not a report that is spreading on social media. Well, this happened on Iran's own state television. You're watching Times XP. It's me, Triti Yatri. The one screen the regime trusts, the one screen that it controls, and that one screen which is meant to shape the entire reality. That's what we are talking about here. Iran's information fortress, it was breached. That's right, Iranian state TV is not just a media, it is power. Every anchor is approved, every headline is scripted. In fact, every second it is monitored. In fact, when protests erupted, the internet, it slowed or maybe shut down. When journalists speak out, they are silenced. But the state television always stays on air, telling the regime's version of the truth. Until now. Let's talk about the broadcast that all of a sudden changed. Regular programming vanished. In fact, in its place came images that Iranians, they almost never see on state TV. Crowds protesting, people chanting against the leadership. Messages urging citizens not to give up. And then something even more shocking appeared. A voice from exile. And that too inside Iran. We are talking about Reza Pahlavi here, the exiled crown prince, a figure banned from Iran's very official narrative. His speech aired across multiple channels. In fact, he spoke directly to Iranians. He called for unity. He spoke of resistance and change. Now, for the regime, this is unthinkable because his name represents an alternative, a past before the Islamic Republic. Let me tell you, how did this even happen? Anti-regime activists hacked a satellite feed, not a local cable line, not a private channel, a satellite signal that feeds state-linked broadcasts. This suggests planning, coordination, technical capability here, and possibly support networks operating outside Iran. Another question, why are people linking this to Washington? Yes, they are, but why? The answer is the tone of the messages that sounded really familiar. Calls for continued protests, appeal for security forces to step back, language about freedom and resistance. This closely mirrors messaging often heard from the US officials and Western broadcasters here. In the meantime, Iranian hardliners are now openly suggesting that foreign powers, specifically the United States and Israel, they are shaping the information war here. Though there is no public proof of direct involvement of the United States, but the echo, it is unmistakable. What else was shown? Well, footages of protests from different cities. Images the regime usually suppresses. Slogans demanding accountability, and most sensitive of all, there was direct appeal to Iran's police and military. Messages asking them to choose the people over orders from above. Well, for Tehran, this is a dangerous line to cross. This moment is really powerful because protest can be crushed, crowds can be dispersed, internet access can be cut. But when state TV is breached, the illusion of total control, it completely collapses. Millions of viewers are now just knowing one thing. The system can be penetrated. Even the most guarded platform, it is not untouchable now. After that, the regime also moved really fast. The signal was cut. Normal programming resumed. No explanation was given here, but silence. Silence does not erase memory. Those few minutes have already traveled from living rooms to phones to whispers on the street. You know what this tells us about Iran today? The unrest is not fading. The pressure is not erasing. The battle is no longer about physical. It's about psychology, it's about digital footprints, and it is about narrative. Who controls the story? Who controls the screen here? Who controls what people believe? And yes, one final question. If state television, Iran's state television can be breached once during simmering protest, what happens if unrest, it is going to explode? Because the next time the screens go dark, it may not go for just few minutes. It can set a narrative. This was not a hack. It was a signal.